This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me that hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
Joe, it's BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building, live from Illinois Media School. No gimmick Nick Johnston. And it's not Double D.
No.
Again, Scotty Kiefer, Scotty K, Scotty Too Hottie. What are you doing today? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Nick. How are you?
Oh, we're fantastic. Ready to rock and roll as always. Oh man, we're laughing over TNA. We're
Lol TNA.
yeah, we're still cleaning up the blood and guts from exactly that blood and guts AEW. That was crazy. That was awesome. And we're prepping for War Games, as that is also coming up as well for the WWE landscape. So if you're ready, Scotty, I'm ready. We got everything else in between. Of course, we'll be doing our best of the week as we always do. We'll be getting to that. Tons more in between. So exactly that. You ready to roll?
Ready to go.
Let's get right into it, shall
Let's
we?
get into the blood and the guts.
Exactly. Blood and guts. Exactly how Orange Cassidy said it. This was fun. This was all around
awesome.
one of the better free TV days in terms of watching wrestling, enjoying it. Let's just get it right out of the way. If you were the person complaining that there was too much blood at Blood and Guts,
Why did you tune in?
yeah. At least when Tony Khan says blood and guts are going to be out on display, he delivered, and there was blood everywhere. There was blood 7 minutes into the
only took
match.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Shout out to Sky Blue, getting some real major color right away. That was insane.
Right away. Low-key for no reason, but just right away, just getting right into it.
So exactly that. I just want to ask just initial, just surface level comments, takeaways from the whole night. What was the biggest thing?
So not that the men's match was bad or anything, because it wasn't. It was really good. But the WWE trend of, the women's gimmick matches are really good and kind of overshadow. It kind of rolled into AEW tonight, that match, because that women's blood and guts match was fantastic.
It
From
definitely
start to finish.
lived up to expectations. I would say exceeded a little bit. There was some moments that, I mean, even Danielson, McGuinness, and Excalibur admitted, like, I mean, the men literally aren't going to be able to do this. Like when Thekla and Julia Hart snuck out from the little holes in the side of the cage. So innovative, so creative. You've yet to see that in any steel cage match up until now.
I was going to say, like, the fact that, it's such a limited space and you think, oh, well, everything's got to be done at this point. First match they ever have, they're like basically inventing new things to do in it. Nuts. Yeah. Absolutely nuts.
So was it the traditional, war game of, no weapons and staying all in the cage? No. We've kind of jumped that bridge. We're kind of past that of what they can do there creatively. So what they were able to do is exactly that. I loved just Marina Shafir coming out and throwing Statlander but into those bed of nails. That was a fun spot.
She threw Toni Storm into a mirror?
Yeah, chucked the mirror at her. Let's just dive right into the women's blood and guts right away. I'm gonna be honest. Start off a little rocky. I think Sky and Willow. I think maybe Sky was just a little bit too anxious. It was a really big match for her coming out.
Or maybe too amped, like she was too into it, which happens, and that's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. Again, I think there was just some mistimed things. A couple when you're watching and see them throw a punch and it doesn't really register, like it was like they weren't really on the same timing for a little bit. But as the match got on and more people came in, you see, like I said, maybe people were like, "Hey, slow down."
Because like I said, it did kind of seem like she got color for. Not no reason.
Yeah, but
it felt like the move was like, they do that a lot, and it doesn't give color.
Yeah.
But this one, she was just gushing, and it's like, whoa.
I mean, yeah, like I said, start off a little rocky, but I almost can give. You can give.
Still enjoyable.
You can give Sky Blue a nominee for MVP potentially in this. I would throw it her way. Marina Shafir had an amazing show, had an amazing display. Mina and Toni Storm also. I would definitely vouch for them, but this was just awesome across the board. Again, we can just go through all the different spots, and like I said, Thekla and Julia Hart coming out, stealing the K to set up the Jamie Hayter getting dumped out on there. Jamie got some bumps this
I
one.
know.
Megan Bayne, hey.
Ever since she's come back, she's gotten that, though.
I know.
Ever since she's come back, it seems like she's taking way more bumps than she did way before.
It's that British strong style, my man. But like I said, Megan Bayne just saying "ha-hoo" and just chucking that chair right at her face, and the only thing to break that impact was a metal trash can lid. So you saw that, and if you also saw, she kind of rolled out into the second ring, and kind of I saw you saw Bryce Remsburg kind of tending to her a little bit. So a little, hopefully nothing too serious, but again, she takes that nasty bump on the outside to there. So I'm like, okay, maybe she's okay. She's good enough to keep going, but she took some gnarly bumps this entire match. What else really stuck out to me?
What do you think of the finish?
I liked it. I liked it because in all that chaos, they were able to end it with a storyline. And I can see I can see where, again, it got convoluted again. It could have ended with, oh my God, they threw it through the glass, the tax, the tables, the fire, and then boom, 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 that's it. Or you make it emotional and you have Toni Storm watch her friend get brutalized right in front of her and has no choice but to surrender for her team.
I thought it was good just because I agree with you. The storyline part of it was good, and I also like because it's not even just the story that's happening there. It's kind of like the main story of AEW, what they're doing with the women's division. They're trying to build up all of these teams and groups and connections that's the way that a very important match in AEW history ends. I gave it some props for that.
Oh yeah. Again, just you're going in. Yeah, you're not going to see this in 2.5. You're not going to see this in 2 weeks at War Games. I'll tell you that much.
No.
Went in.
You're just going to get story, but it's triple GBT story, so it's not fully thought out.
Yeah, we'll get there. But yeah, in that sense of just brand new stage. You have all these new things that could happen. First this, first that, first everything. This was solid. This is a solid way to be. And again, they did just about everything. The glass spots. They in the back of their mind, that Jamie Hayter came in with the bag of tacks and it ripped open and spread out way earlier than it should have. In some people's minds, I'm sure they were just like, crap, we blew the spot. But also in the back of their mind, they're like, good, I don't have to take a full tack spot.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So, again, I can see where it's kind of 50-50. Like, yeah, you blew the spot, but it's also just like one of those subtle, like, pumping your fist underneath the table. Like, yes, I don't have to pick 200 thumbtacks out of my back tonight.
Also, I feel like in these type of matches, there are kind of no botches because everything's supposed to be just carnage. So with
you could
unless
paint it
it's
that
like
way.
really, really bad, like TNA blowing the world title like that.
We'll get to that.
Like there's really not a huge room for error when you bring in stuff like that in a match.
Yeah, and like I said, they were able to.
It's all
going to
come together in the end.
Yeah. It was all big hullabaloo, and again, when at the very end they're just dumping glass out anywhere. Whatever whatever has enough mat, now it turns into glass and tables or just carnage. So
before you get to the other men's one, Hangman Hobbs.
Oh, I mean, yeah, definitely gonna get to that. One more just quick back shout out to Toni Storm for doing the glass on the taped hands.
Yeah.
That was really cool. I like that. That was awesome. Like a little Taipei death match. Shout out to Axel and Ian Rotten. But yeah, into the in between was the false count anywhere between Will Hobbs and Adam Hangman Page. And rightfully so, the internet came up and just complimented Will Hobbs just about every which way. I think he carried that match very well. I mean, obviously not pooping on Hangman. He did his part as well, but definitely stood out.
I would say definitely overperformed people's expectations of what that match was going to be. And like Hangman, that's kind of, we expect that out of Hangman at this point.
Of course,
we don't expect that out of Hobbs. The fact that he came out, matched the energy, and if not performed better, incredible work. Incredible work
indeed. Again. Maybe it was people jumping the gun or just trying to, get some trigger reactions, get some post reactions, but they're kind of saying, hey, you know what? Will Hobbs has surpassed guys like Mark Henry. I mean, maybe not in terms of. I think in terms of in-ring work, probably.
Okay, yeah, in-ring work,
And
sure.
he
but
hasn't won a world.
popularity,
Well, hasn't won a world heavyweight championship yet. Sexual chocolate
It's gonna
storyline
hard
is
to
going to be a little bit better as of right now until
it's going to be
until
really
we get
hard
Will
to get.
Hobbs, the lover boy.
It's going to
gimmick.
get real hard to get over the popularity of Mark Henry.
I suppose.
World's strongest man, whose name.
Yeah,
like, he
that's
actually
what I mean.
was-
Like the popularity.
I don't. But he
behind
was
him.
never like Mr. Popular. He wasn't.
No.
Mark Henry wasn't the guy that he was like, oh boy, gotta grab that WWE program. Mark Henry's on it. Like, oh boy, can't wait for SmackDown.
No,
can't
but-
wait for Mark Henry.
No, but not
A
everyone.
good
has
song,
To be that.
3-6 Mafia. Shout out to him.
I feel like if this wasn't between the two matches, it'd get a lot more love as well.
Maybe.
If
but
it wasn't, because kind of, I know there was a lot of other stuff going on, but this match would be regarded as a lot better
it will.
if
It
maybe it
will-
wasn't between these two great matches.
If you're labeling it maybe a filler match, it will still stand out more than other filler
100%.
matches. So, yeah. Also, I love the in-between between FTR and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. That was pretty solid. Shout out to him. If we didn't already make mention, we did last week and it just didn't go up. But
Well, it's up now, so you got
sorry,
two
it is up
episodes
now.
to
We're all
watch
good.
now, by the way.
We're all technical difficulties solved. But FTR and Bandito's abuelita, so abuela, just absolutely amazing back and forth between that. FTR is just going the classic route of, we don't need to go out and have a match necessarily to get heat. Let's just go out and be absolute just jerk-offs and get some heat that way. And it's been absolutely fantastic where you see FTR go out there, get the heat, and you don't even need Bandito and Brody King out there. You just need that for the quick run-in to try and get them. Like, oh, those sons of guns, we'll see them at Full Gear. So that's been a nice little build as well. Like I said, a classic way for FTR to get over without doing too much.
And by the way, Bandito, I said to you a couple weeks ago, he could be up there for AEW Wrestler of the Year.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, him and
He could
Takeshi's
really
match
be
on
up
ROH
there.
for the title was still top notch this year. So very much there. Kind of trickling in really quick to our second topic here, but and then we'll bounce back to the actual blood and guts matches. But made mention Ricky Steamboat there, but no Ric Flair as it was promoted and promised the weekend before.
I didn't see why. So
Yeah,
tell me why.
it was a quick and sudden injury to Ric Flair. That wasn't really disclosed. Again, whether there's
older, it
actual legs to it, I don't know. I'm not going to go out there and say he's a phony. No, he's an 80-year-old man. This can happen. I wouldn't put it past him. So
wakes up on the wrong side of the bed and doesn't want to go do it. I mean, that just happens.
exactly. If it's one of those where he actually is injured, or if it was just like, I don't feel like going to North Carolina, even though he's from there. Yeah, Nature Boy does what he wants.
Nature Boy does.
He wants to go to. If he wants to be in Tampa and drinking like a pirate, that's fine too. Who cares? Let the Nature Boy do what he wants to do. I don't care. But yeah, that's apparently why. In all honesty, they did a pretty good job of like really only bringing it up once, not advertising it all too much, and then maybe in the back of their mind they're like, yeah, maybe Rick isn't probably gonna be here. We still got one Rick, and it was Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, which he was okay. He was a little
Okay.
didn't
Okay.
maybe he's trying.
Again.
To, it's all right.
Again, we're talking about two 80-year-old men. So.
Yeah. I won't. Yeah, I'm not gonna hold the same expectation up as it was in the '80s. So it's there. Quickly back to the men's blood and guts to kind of wrap up there. Again, it's fantastic. When you've already had 4 or 5 blood and guts already, it's time. It's hard to reiterate and get new stuff and kind of have, and especially when you just saw one less than an hour ago.
Yeah. where they stole the show and invented new stuff with it.
Yeah.
It's hard to replicate that with, and it's tough in the main event of it.
Yeah. But they were still able to have some solid spots, solid match, wrapping up in between.
Did you like Briscoe cutting promos during it and before it?
So that's what I was wondering when that happened. I'm like, when was that exclusively after? When he's like, you ain't gonna get this anywhere else but AEW. I'm like, was that after? I don't even remember that happening.
I know.
Was that
but
during the picture-in-picture? Did I miss that?
Maybe, I don't. Did they cut? Did they cut to commercial during it? No.
They only cut to commercial, I believe, one time during the women's, and that was because I think they were setting up that table on the outside to get all of Mercedes Moné's titles on there. Which again, such a great spot there, going out one by one and grabbing all of them, and then of course falling through that table to have that there.
I don't know. Maybe
so I think there was only basically like a 1 minute, nothing was on air, and that was also maybe in my mind to give the camera guys a break too. Shout out to them.
maybe it was before. But it looked like one of them was like right in the middle of it though. Because I saw one video, it looked like stuff was already happening, and it was crazy inside. So I don't know. It was funny though.
Yeah,
he's hilarious.
He's the man, of course. Also, the innovative way of getting all those chairs up there, kind of just hooking it, wrangling it up, pulling it up, and of course, is Wheeler Yuta. How the hell? That was also one of my things too. They kind of made it a spot, like a whole thing to get the key in the women's match, and then in the men's match, like, oh, that son of a bitch Wheeler just has the key. How did he get that key? That son of a Wheeler, we hate you. And then I'm like, you could pass for that because it's just Wheeler being an ass, or you can be like, all right, well, they should have made something out of it. That's just kind of stupid. So that's where I was sitting. I'm just like, son of a Wheeler, come on, follow the rules. Big spots also, of course, one of my favorites had to be Orange Cassidy puts his hands in his pockets. Moxley says, you know what? You like them hands in those pockets? Let's keep them in those pockets. He staples his hands to his pockets.
I'm sorry. The Pac and Allen spot does not compare to Orange Cassidy putting his hands in there and being stapled.
Oh, my God.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. It made me think of a time when my buddy, we took, it's going to sound really messed up, but we took a buddy of ours, put exactly that, kind of put his hands in his pockets, and we duct taped and kept just wrapping it around. That was fun for him for a little bit. But yeah, exactly that. The Pac and Darby Allin table spot, flaming table spot, because out comes Gabe Kidd.
What a shot.
Out comes Gabe Kidd. My only note for that spot in particular was, hey, Pac, maybe hold up just like 2 more seconds, 3 more seconds to let that pool kind of like dissipate. You know, let that burning fluid just kind of burn a little bit more so it doesn't pool on Darby Allin's back. And not a fire extinguisher in sight there.
Nope.
All the budget went towards the cage, I suppose.
Nope. Well, no, all the budget went to bringing Ricky Steamboat in.
That's true. That's true. Thank God Darby knows how to stop, shop, and roll. He's dumb, but he's not that dumb. Not that much. There you go. Any other big spots, big moments? Of course, obviously the ending with Jon Moxley tapping out yet again. The fall from grace. What was our biggest takeaway from the men's side? If I didn't already get to it.
No, I mean, I don't like the ending because I hate that Jon Moxley's got to tap out over and over again. No, I don't like it because I'm a Jon Moxley guy, so I don't like it.
I'm also a Moxley guy. I'm a Death Riders fan.
I'm like blinded. I can't even look at like the good parts of it. I'm like, what? We keep doing this to him.
Side note.
Although it is a good way to get like still keep him like all powerful and stuff because tapping out is like that's kind of like the least. That's like the out for a lot in wrestling is if they tap, but like it's happening over and over again.
Well,
like,
again,
we're getting
that's
to the
the
point
only
where
way
we gotta
to
find something
end
else.
this match was either submitting or saying I surrender, which he's already said I quit recently. He's tapped out and he's tapped out again. So kind of painting this picture right now as of he was impervious, completely perfect right now, and then now he's slowly like he's getting a little bit more human as Moxley. And then that maybe now the Death Riders are going to be a little bit like, hey, is this our leader? I don't think they're going to break up, but he's going to.
No, I think that's. I don't like it, but that's the way I think that it's starting to go, and I think it's going to be a lot quicker than you think.
Okay.
I think it could be as quick as World's End.
Really?
I do.
Okay. And do you think the whole faction turns on him, or just as simple as Moxley leaves?
I could see it being 1 by 1.
Okay. All right.
Like, obviously, like, I could see Wheeler going first.
Yeah.
I think out of anyone, it'd be Marina, Claudio and Pac staying the longest. Kind of like they're kind of, they get everyone out for Gabe leaves probably shortly after, and then it's like, okay, then it's Pac, then Claudio, and then it's just him and Marina, and then Marina's even Marina finds a partner at some point, and then she's gone too.
Yeah, and you can kind of see that.
But I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, and it'll be that thing for sure when as soon as Claudio goes or disagrees or had like maybe they bump into each other and have the bump shoulders and they're not meeting the right way. That's when it'll start doing that, and that's again Claudio seems like he's been his side his Batman to his Robin.
I know.
Batman,
so he'll probably stay the longest of the guys in the group.
Yeah, if that's the route, that makes sense.
But I just don't want that to happen.
No.
This could be something they can still do later, but just keep pushing that along.
Yeah. And side note, officially, that Death Rider song has to be the best, maybe of all time, because someone took a John Cena compilation, made it black and white, and put the Death Riders theme to
you
it.
need to send that to me.
That seals it. That has to be the greatest.
Did
thing
I tell you what I did once?
If you make John Cena look like a badass, then yeah.
I turned off all the lights in my house, and when my family came home, I just had that blasting on a speaker, and I just crept up like Gabe Kidd to my little sisters, and they got terrified.
You should have put on like a light, and then you should have your silhouette airbox.
I wanted to.
Could have been doing that. Could have been good. And then if someone slap you, and be like,
Yeah.
wait, who was that?
No, Death Riders, the whole entrance, that song is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Might be the best in wrestling right now.
Oh,
I think it is.
They did their best. They did at least 4 or 5 different ways that they were able to get in that ring for that entrance for them. So
we said it, I think 2 weeks ago. When AEW picks a venue, I don't think they go, okay, where are we going to put the ring? They go, where can we get the Death Riders to come out of? First?
Exactly.
Show me the basement.
Show me the bowels of this building. But there you have it. Blood and Guts from top to bottom. Fantastic show. Again, one of the better free TV shows that you're going to get all year.
My last thing, was it spoiled a little bit that the heels won in the first one? Was it a little bit?
No,
it
not
was
necessarily.
for me a little bit.
I did have that feeling in the back of my mind. I'm like, are you going to have both heel teams win? But that's where it kind of got interesting, where I'm like, okay, you had the heel team win in the first one. Is the heel team going to lose in the second one? But then, like I said, do you put that on Moxley? Like, you're going to let Moxley lose again?
Yeah.
And sure enough, there you go. They went that route.
I think it kind of ruined it. Just not ruined it, but it kind of put a little damp on it. Just a little bit.
I suppose, but if you do look back at any AEW pay-per-view or most of their TV, Tony Khan always sends the people home happy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is what it is.
True.
Not very often do you see the heel standing tall. Not like maybe like the go home show before a pay-per-view just to set up like, oh man, is the underdog finally going to win the title over John Moxley? But yeah, as of right now, you've seen a lot of people going home with smiles on their face when it comes to AEW shows. So
good on Blood and Guts?
I think so. We got it all cleaned up.
I think Jericho's gonna have to take back this compliment.
Yeah. yeah. Jericho jumping the gun on this one. This is
gonna be a 2-parter.
This was interesting. Chris Jericho went ahead and talked on his podcast, Talk is Jericho. Went ahead and complimented the TNA Bound for Glory pay-per-view and just the matches that we're having there. Paraphrasing, but basically said that TNA looked like the number 2 company. That crowd was hot. That crowd was loud and bumping and in full, which it wasn't, but that's okay. But yeah, Jericho went ahead and complimented TNA. Therefore, the internet went crazy.
Yep. We'll see at the Rumble.
So God forbid 4 of his friends having a little nostalgia match, and he wants to talk about wrestling in a positive light. So they thought about the other way, where others were like, "Oh, why would he compliment competition?" Well, in my mind, TNA's the same competition as, what would the WNBA be for the NBA? I don't know.
I guess.
If RC Cola was the competition for Pepsi, is you going to sit there and say that's the same
fair.
thing? No, that's
more fair.
Yeah. So that's basically how I saw it. In all honesty, after that mishap last night, I wouldn't even put TNA in the top 5 American promotions right now. They are dog water. I'm putting GCW ahead of TNA right now.
That blew my mind last night. That like
I'm putting
because I saw
Defy
you won,
Wrestling.
and I'm like, oh, okay. Like I guess there's some story with it, and then you said how they did it.
Yeah.
And I was just, it completely ruined it for me.
Yeah, let's kind of slowly get into that a little bit. Jericho, like I said, complimenting TNA. Yeah, we're gonna, this kind of for some is kind of like, yeah, we're just gonna see it at the Rumble, Chris. Like it's as easy as that. But yeah, let's talk
They'll
about it
start
quickly.
counting 3, 2, 1, and then once it gets to 3, it's gonna change to the old Y2J countdown.
48-year-old Frankie Kazarian beats Mike Santana last night
On a roll up.
on free TNA TV
Well,
with his
I don't think
first
it's,
defense.
free TNA TV.
I think you can watch it on Twitch.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure you can watch TNA on Twitch.
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, you can basically catch it on Fubu or,
okay.
or
Okay.
Tubi or
So
something.
half free, or you pay for their subscription service.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can get it.
Somewhere for free.
I think it's also on at like 3 a.m. in at a bus station somewhere. I don't know. I could be wrong. But yeah, Mike Santana loses his first defense against Frankie Kazarian
48 years old.
after. Yeah, I'm helping with that. After they must have been working his arm because he throws a punch, he grimaces, and then holds a little too long, and then Frankie Kazarian finally rolls him up for the 1-2-3. Rolls him up. World Heavyweight Championship.
Lol TNA.
48 years old. 48 years old. LOL TNA. TNA, please never change. Please, for the love of God, never change.
Like, is this what? I'm gonna ask again. Is this what? This is what you had to deal with them?
This was the goal. Yeah.
This is what you deal with
Yeah.
them. They just do this all the time. And I get the point of no publicity, and all publicity is good publicity, but no. No, because you're talking about TNA for all of the wrong reasons now.
Yeah. I mean, when one of my biggest takeaways for TNA was Chris Bay actually, showing pictures and videos of him working out, considering he was, down and out, broke his neck, and now a whole calendar year he's finally back and in the gym. I thought that would have been nice to talk about, but no, we got to talk
Well,
about
they brought him back at like the last show.
Yeah,
So-
no, but like I said, it was actually really cool seeing him like do squats and actually like, working out.
true.
So like getting back into the swing of things, like doing actual stuff. So that was really nice.
There's
to
another
see.
guy like that. The Ben Askren situation. He posted a video of him wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's insane. Shout out to him. That's crazy.
So both those guys. That's nuts.
And yeah, I mean that's the human body's crazy. But yeah, TNA, just
Never
again,
change.
never change. Some are speculating that Mike Santana is now going to get a push over to WWE because of this sudden title change. Do you have any inklings?
No way.
And in my mind, again, it's just like
He's no.
he's got the same demeanor, same look, or not same look. They look different, but the same attitude and walk as like LA Knight right now. So what the hell are they going to do with Mike Santana? If they're botching and fumbling with this guy, how are they going to make this guy look good?
Not even LA Knight really. I don't even see him getting past NXT, to be honest.
And if that's the route, that's fine. He goes to NXT, he goes to NXT, but it's just like, cool, you want to wrestle in front of 400 people in a Florida warehouse? I mean, yeah, cool, that's fine. Whatever.
Joe Henry signed with WWE.
Joe Hendry officially
Yeah.
signed with WWE.
Yeah,
I got
was gonna
that
bring that up in the
in
WWE
the notes. Yeah, I got that in the notes for the WWE section. We'll definitely get into that because probably going to see him against LA Knight tonight.
Which we'll get into that. So, all right.
Yeah, let's wrap up quickly on some AEW stuff. I don't think we really need to linger on this too long. Andrade broke his silence about walking out of a Mexico event. He posted on X, quote, "I went to that Chinese place called HK."
Okay, dude. And, you know what we could talk about with this? The new thing. Apparently, his thing is non-competes worldwide.
Is that for real?
That's insider saying that.
That's insider saying that.
That's insider speculation going around right now. That his
Again, that's
non-compete
just-
is a worldwide thing. So this is weird, man.
It's just one of those things where another booker, another outside faction, like, why would you want to work with that? Like, that just,
I don't know.
it just screams to me unprofessional in every which way. He went from signing autographs to abruptly just going to a Chinese place, so that's okay. Again, if that non-compete is for real, then I guess he was just trying to save face there. But then again, why would you even take the booking if you knew you couldn't do it?
Is Andrade like Antonio Brown of wrestling?
Minus the murder charge
Yes,
and
well,
the...
that's after. That's way after. I'm talking like shenanigans while still in the NFL.
Yeah. He hasn't hurdled and kicked a man yet, so...
Well, he's
get to
definitely
that.
kicked people.
He's definitely kicked him. He did that, yeah. Hurdles, kicks a man. He's down. Surely there will be a flag. Yeah, Andrade, this is just getting head scratching. One of those things where, like, yeah, I don't know, just stop doing bad stuff while you're on that side.
I would say go home, but he flips companies so much where I don't think he has a home anymore.
I don't know. And finally, end to the indie run for Eddie Kingston. He has announced that he will be stopping any indie run. He's going to finish off what he currently has, and then he'll after these couple shows this month, he's going to go one show a month until November of next year, and then that's it. That is done. He said that's no.
For his indie run?
Yeah, first indie run.
Okay.
This will have no effect on his AEW.
Okay.
Excuse me, on his AEW run, his AEW contract. But this is what I got. My question just simply was, is this Father Time catching up? Is this him trying to be more smart, considering that leg injury was so severe?
Both those things.
Yeah.
Both those things, because I mean, we saw in the match at All Out. Like, I mean, I know he wasn't in there, and it was his first time getting back in, but definitely needed to take time to get back into it because he lost a step a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
And even now, where he's back, but he's still not up and in the front just yet.
Yes.
And he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be just yet.
AEW's in a great spot right now. Yeah. Would he add to it and make it better?
Yeah.
100%. But if you don't really need him to be that guy, let him take the time to recover and get back into it.
I think that's the safe route. That's the smart route. And my only other question was obviously I'm not trying to compare and say that they're an indie, but does this affect maybe his time potentially in New Japan? Going over and doing the crossover there, having more matches, maybe again, maybe not now, but maybe to putting a big pause on having that Gabe Kidd feud kind of resurface.
Yeah, probably, because I mean, to go with Gabe at this point, you got to be in pretty good shape for it.
Yeah,
and
the young gun, he can go.
Yeah, he showed that, and. I mean, I'm not trying to knock his whole ability, but I mean, when you come back from an injury, you're going to be slower than it. It takes time to get back into it, and to hop right into something like that, that'd be really tough.
And whether that is physically or just a mental, just like a little hesitant to go back to your normal routine, it can damper either way. So like I said, I'm okay with it.
I'm good with it too.
Eddie, do what you got to do to make sure that you're healthy and good to go for big time shows. More than okay with that, my man. Exactly right. King of the Bombs. We want to rather see you for longer than as opposed to for quality over quantity. I'll leave it at that. Any other final lingering AEW questions, comments, concerns? Dynamite, Collision, Blood and Gut.
Kenny coming back? On the 3 hour?
That is coming. That is the expected return. Kenny Omega promoted, advertised for next week. That's gonna be fantastic. And then of course next
Boston?
week,
in Boston, I think.
Ooh, I'm not sure. Not sure where they're at next. But yeah,
that'll be good to get him back. So
Kenny Omega on the horizon, of course. Full Gear coming up this time. Won't be tomorrow, but it'll be tomorrow and a week from there. A week from tomorrow. There you go. That's how you say that.
So next week, you guys will preview it.
Soon enough, Nick will learn how to speak English words and English phrases, so we'll get there. But exactly that. Full Gear on the horizon. We'll get to that and more. But right now, we're preparing for war. As WWE War Games is coming up in a little bit, we're going to go ahead and preview some of that. A little bit of John Cena, his new IC title reign, and more right here on Background Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste, second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those sports done?
Yeah. No, no, no. F you, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Where's the boss? Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
Oh, Bad Karma Wrestling in the
Frankie.
building. Red hot. I know, they're all over the place. That's okay. Bad Karma Wrestling back in the building. BK Dub, BK Dub. No Gimmick Nick Johnston. Scotty Too Hottie to my right. Ready to rock and roll. WWE side of things. We just got done cleaning up all the blood and guts from Blood and Guts. Let's go from let's see, what would it be? What's a really like Mortal Kombat to like what was that? What's that new fighting game with when you can be like Scooby Doo and Marvel Universe? Yeah, is that what it is?
Oh.
What was it? Yeah, multiverses. That's basically what it's going to be like. Going from old Mortal Kombat to multiverses. So there you have it, folks. But something in between. Let's talk about a little John Cena. John Cena back live in Boston. It was a sea of green minus Paul Levesque, Triple H chilling in the ring.
Of
kinda
course
running
he had to be in there to start the show.
course
Oh
he
my
had to.
God, I was so mad.
For a guy that needs no introduction, Triple H went ahead and introduced him for about 5 minutes in his hometown. To all these people.
That's a respect thing. And,
I
like,
get
it's
it.
fine.
I understand.
Can I just say, I fully went into this knowing that Dom was going to come out because it leaked out during the day.
Yeah, that's getting
But-
annoying.
But oh my God, when his music hit, I popped. That was awesome.
Yeah, threw that on. We were watching Monday Night Football and threw that on the TV down below. So I had it on mute. Wasn't really listening, which I did switch it because that Monday night game was just a crap fest. But yeah, I had saw the same post online. My other buddies that were watching it with me did not. So I went ahead and it was like Dom's gonna come out and then they're gonna fight for the title. He goes, "What? No." I go, "Yeah, huh."
I know, I did the same thing with my
And
sister.
then sure enough, that happened. And then not only that, I also called the Nikki Bella turning on Vaquer. So I didn't even see it until afterwards. I think it took me like 3 days afterward to see it on like a highlight because I must have been watching the game instead. So it's clear as day. Triple H only knows how to book friends
to
and
heels.
enemies.
And
like
to be honest,
betrayal.
he doesn't even do that right sometimes.
He does
Because
not.
look at A-Town Down and then look at the Street Profits.
Yes, he does not do that all's very well.
But look,
But yes,
I
start
know
off
you're gonna
with-
clown on the fact that he won it with such little time left. Honestly,
Not exactly, but go ahead.
honestly, like I kind of have that as well. But I think they're pushing everything that they should have done the entire time in such a small space of time. But if this happened, say, at WrestleMania or sometime in the summer, it would have hit home a lot harder.
I'm fine with him winning the title.
I am as well.
I'm not okay with him ultimate warrioring it and no selling the frog splash. No sold the frog splash, and then instead of like, if you
I don't think he no sold that. I think they made it so that he caught him, but then he's done that move a couple times in
even
this run already.
scientifically, like it doesn't really make any sense. Like in a cross body, you could like roll through, but he rolled through on a frog splash. You can't.
Nick, are you forgetting that this is Super Cena?
Oh, it's we've seen Super Cena. This
So,
is not Super Cena. We've seen Super Cena.
I'm very happy that he
lived through Super Cena. You have no idea. What
I'm
Super
very happy that he won the Grand Slam. Did you see this?
Meaningless title.
I guess.
Meaningless little thing.
Yes, but it is a little thing that gets added on.
Doesn't matter.
That shirt that they put out for it looks awesome.
Oh, okay.
Did you see it?
No, I did not.
It's all of the old titles on it.
Oh, okay.
And then the new IC title because that's when he won it.
Yeah.
It looks it looks awesome.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to take a look. Well, yeah. Like I said, no problem with the actual changing of the belt. Is it again? It's a tough optic when Brock Lesnar beats the crap out of Cena, which they haven't even acknowledged.
Nope.
Zero acknowledgement of that. Do I want him to acknowledge
No.
it? Not exactly. I'm not really vouching for that because then that means, then you gotta have to maybe have a program with Brock, and I don't want to see Brock at all.
No.
So, but loses to Brock, then therefore, then like we want to put over young talent, beats the young talent and takes the title from him. And
okay. Yes. Go with what I mean.
my next step was then, in some cases, we're looking at this tournament. We're seeing all the faces there. We can kind of assume who's going to be there. Some are saying Jeff Hardy might be in it. What might be one of the other mystery opponent. You didn't hear that one?
No.
So Jeff Hardy might be the new mystery opponent that was announced this past Monday. Of course, we see Joe Hendry going to promote. More than likely going to be the mystery opponent tonight against LA Knight.
I don't know.
Newly acquired.
I don't know because he's advertising for his MSG show because he's going to be at MSG on Tuesday, so he might be the Monday.
Who's advertising?
Joe Hendry is going to be on NXT at MSG.
You can do both.
Yes, but convenience-wise, I could see them doing it Monday instead.
Okay, I could see that then. But if that's the case, then you definitely want to have LA Knight beat Hardy because you don't want to have LA Knight lose to Joe Hendry. Because then my unofficial thing that we'll get into in just a quick second there might be officially official. But Summer, like I said, I'm very much just holding on too long. Looking at the potential winners for this tournament, people are only really falling on Gunther as the only plausible, logical thing. And even some there are like, well, does he need to win the title? Does he need the John Cena rub? Because he's already established.
No, but it is the most Gunther thing ever. And again, like I said, I think I said this at some point. Gunther is like the most John Cena opponent probably ever.
Define that.
The ultimate good guy against like the ultimate bad guy in Gunther.
For this era, I suppose.
So yes, that's kind of what I'm getting at. I mean, obviously, whoever wins is probably gonna end up winning the IC title now.
Yeah.
Unless they just want to completely smash it and he loses it at either MSG or Survivor Series, which they're not gonna probably do that. It's going to be at Saturday Night Main Event for a title, but that's not the whole point of it. The title is to beat John Cena. Gunther would then retire Goldberg and Cena in the same year.
And that brings me to my final question of note is it necessary? Do we want to see John Cena lose his final match? Again, in that same light of, people went home happy with Sting's retirement, going out on top and having a big match and winning. Do we want people to go home kind of like with, didn't Goldberg lose his last match?
Yes.
Do we need to see Ric Flair? Ric Flair loses his last match. Baron Corbin beating Kurt Angle Like, do we?
Yeah,
like,
but that was kind of just thrown on.
no, it wasn't. That was a whole program, my man.
Well, no, it
That was
was.
a long,
It was,
long
but
one.
the retirement of Kurt Angle was just thrown on like somewhat last minute because he didn't really. He wasn't expecting that to be a retirement. But then he was kind of.
No, that was his retirement tour. It was. I remember being there because I was there. I watched Chad Gable and Kurt Angle wrestle in Chicago to crickets because no one could appreciate that.
I don't know. I remember him saying that he didn't aim for it to be Baron Corbin.
Well,
But
definitely
he
should.
wanted it. He wanted it to be someone else. But at that time, he had to retire, and they were already in the program. So,
Yeah, makes sense.
I feel like that's more of a question for you, is that if John Cena should lose it, because in my opinion, I think he should. But I think that Sting route is
At
definitely
this point,
there.
No. At this point, no. You're not putting anyone over. This whole thing has just kind of just been. Again, let's do one thing right in this final run. Let's just have him win and go out on top. Just right off into the sunset as a winner.
Let's ask the Cena fan.
Let's do. You could just drop the title, IC title tournament. Who cares?
Let's ask the Cena fan. Do you think he should lose?
Well, if they're trying to put over talent, then yes. But if they're gonna go all the
That
route
ship
of
has
you
sailed, my
saying,
man.
I
yeah,
don't think
ride-
that's sailed. They're just
riding
doing it a
into
different
the
way.
Sunset. So yeah, I guess if he does win this, then I'd like a tournament for the IC title. I wouldn't mind. either.
Tournaments. There you go. Maybe a guy like LA Knight could win it all. Probably
Nope. Probably not.
Because he is getting unofficially punished by
getting JJ
WWE,
McCarthy.
and you can't tell me otherwise. Haven't seen him. You didn't see him You didn't see him the week after this happened. Of course, it's exactly that. This picture. We want LA Knight, not Jey Uso. And you didn't see him the week after. He has this promo cut short, which some were saying, "Oh, it's Netflix. They had a counter behind them. They need to meet their mark."
Wasn't
It's
even
Netflix.
wasn't even on TV, by the way.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, no.
Wasn't on TV. It was on the commercial that only international people got.
Yeah.
Or if you're using a VPN.
So his
So-
promo cut short, and again, like I said, probably wasn't even seen by the masses. And as of right now, I've seen zero advertising for him for War Games.
You want to know what happened?
Considering, my final little tidbit on that, considering he's very much involved in every one of these people's storylines that are going to be in that match.
I think Cody took the spot.
Oh my God!
I think they put Cody in it over him. I think their plan was to do this new Aleister Black thing or Drew thing at Survivor Series again. Either one of the two, or maybe around that time they were just going to roll with this, either one of the two against Cody. But because of the LA Knight situation, they threw Cody into it. And now Cody's going to probably defend against Aleister on SmackDown and all that.
Yeah.
And he won't be having a match at Survivor Series.
And we've seen
Because I don't know if you know, I know you have Drew on here for maybe War Games, but he is actually going to film a movie.
yeah, he's doing what, Highlander, or he's
Yes,
doing
I think he's doing Highlander.
some other movie. Yeah, I mean, this is just
He's getting JJ McCarthy'd.
how so.
He's getting He's getting phantom benching.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah, this doesn't. This should not sit well
And again, he's gonna face the mystery opponent tonight,
tonight.
and he's gonna he's probably gonna lose.
Yeah. If it's Joe Hendry, he's taking the loss. If it's if it's Jeff Hardy, it's still 50-50, which it shouldn't be.
I would say also. I mean, I don't think he's probably in the tournament because he returned on Tuesday. If it's Oba, he's gonna lose.
Yeah, I've
But
seen
I don't think he's
speculation
going to
of
be in the
that,
tournament
too.
because he just returned to NXT, so he's going to restart a program with
Which
Saints.
that was funny too, because they kind of muffed that entrance up too.
That was a CW.
Yeah, that was on them.
Let's go to your local news, not this amazing shot of the Oba Femi silhouette.
That was really cool. Yeah, I did see
Against
that.
a bloody, beaten up
the
Ricky
back of the
Saints.
building, you see his giant silhouette. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It's really great camera work right there, and switch it. And then, less than 2 seconds later, it's already off the air. Like, oh, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
Before you even really get an inkling of who that is.
Which sucks, because I feel like this tournament would be a great showing out for Oba. But you know what? I think he's going to get a match at that
It should
Saturday
be a
Night
great
event.
showing out for LA Knight.
I know, it should be. But I'm
Just to
talking
get
like
back to the guy
for
that we're talking
NXT
about.
guys. Well, the one thing you forgot, the Saturday Night main event he announced is going to be NXT versus AEW, like, exhibition matches. Did you see that?
NXT versus AEW.
Yeah, NXT versus WWE exhibition matches at that
Okay.
Saturday Night Main Event.
Okay.
So Obo will probably get called up for that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, this should be LA Knight's. At least get a nice little run in it. We're not saying he has to be the guy to retire Cena, but at least get a good run in it. And he's going to lose to a mystery opponent tonight.
Again, you can't sit there and tell me he's not getting punished. So that's all I really got on that one. Do better. That's all I got on that. Early War Games we see right now. The advertising, the summer scene. Brock Lesnar at the forefront of the poster. We see Austin Theory getting thrown on there. Maybe Drew, but again, we're kind of in that same realm of like maybe he's gonna be filming his movie already. So. But yeah, Austin Theory up there, and
That's
then of
not
course
gonna
now
happen.
seeing John Cena, as some people are speculating too. So
I could see it. He did
Again.
the Rumble, Elimination Chamber. He did some of the other gimmick matches already, so I could see it.
and again, quickly, kind of what you were mentioning with Cody, like getting tossed in here. Maybe that's the substitute for LA Knight. In all honesty, I'm fine with them maybe not being the substitution. I'm fine that he's in the match because he's just done jack all. Like there's nothing for him right now. And again, you could be like, oh, he'll have a program with Aleister Black. Again, do we really think they're putting the Universal title on Aleister Black?
No,
It's
but
just not
But
gonna
do you
happen.
think they're putting the title on Powerhouse Hobbs?
No.
Okay, so you can't use that as a main excuse though.
Yeah, but that's just a one-off. They're going to try and make a program out of it.
They're going to make a small program, not a trilogy of it. They're going to make a one-match program. That's not that bad of a
They
thing.
made a trilogy out over there in AEW, so I'm sure that they like working together. So I wouldn't put it past them that they probably could do that.
I don't know. I feel like you can't really make that. You can't really make that excuse for it because
not an excuse.
that's every run
It's not an
for
excuse.
it. Penta was not going to beat Dom when he first won the IC title. That's every run. There's people that they get faced up against where you could just tell there's no chance they're going to give it to them. It's just what they do in the ring.
It's what we do.
That matters.
It's what we do.
On this War Games thing, can I just say, how much of a check do you think William Regal makes just to pop in and say War Games?
Yeah, that's a nice $10K in the pocket, I'm sure.
No, I think it's probably a lot more than that.
Nah, that's just a quick invoice. Like I said, War Games,
That's
10K.
hilarious. He doesn't even get an intro at all either. They just pan to him and he just says it, and then
Yeah.
you're never gonna hear from him.
I
again.
mean, while it was cute and Punk goes Regal, and then here he comes. But like I said, it just kind of keeps going into that. Like, is everyone just a catchphrase now? Is everyone just Farouk's damn? Is that what that is? Yeah, I don't know.
Now that Dom lost the IC title, do you want to float the idea of doing Dom versus Rey Mysterio for the AAA title at Survivor Series?
I've been asking for that. Yeah, that'd be
At Survivor
fantastic. Yeah,
Series.
it should be. They're
I
in
think
San
that's
Diego.
a good move.
That is the go-to move for sure. That needs to happen. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay.
And I mean, like I said, I've also been on the vouching for Dom should retire his dad.
Oh yeah, no, that's
that's
set
clear
in
as day.
stone. That is set in stone.
Yeah, I don't think I'm writing anything new with that one. So that makes sense. Here we go into the business side of things.
Two venue announcements.
Yep. Venue announcements here. Business side of things for the WWE. WWE partners with Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment to basically ensure that AEW can never run a show in Toronto ever again. They're going to be taking over all the big places like the Scotiabank Arena, wherever the hell the Maple Leafs play.
Yeah, that they play there.
The Rogers Center. So
Probably taking over the Rogers Center, Air Canada Center. Marley's also play at Air Canada, so yeah, it's basically just those two.
Yeah, and some, fine, if you want to sit here and say, wow, tip the cap, WWE making the chess moves on the business side, it just sucks because you're remonopolizing wrestling, trying to do it once again. You're taking away, potentially good wrestling from actual wrestling fans, so now they have to sit there and only ingest this $1,000 4-match pay-per-view that they're most likely going to get for everything from here on out.
pay-per-view.
Yeah, so when you could have had, AEW comes in, maybe they overstate their welcome and have an 8-hour pay-per-view there, sure, but in those 8 hours, you're actually going to have wrestling on a wrestling show. So I think maybe the fans would maybe more appreciate that as opposed to, oh boy, you're going to get Money in the Bank in Toronto, or I don't know, NXT Vengeance. I don't care. Like, it's going to be garbage. It's just, again, we've sat here and debated a whole bunch of things, but clearly, I mean, it's to the point where, like, Jim Cornette and Brian Last are on their podcast sitting there like, yeah, like, getting through Raw and SmackDown is a chore at this point.
Especially
it's just-
SmackDown.
it's
Especially
everybody
SmackDown.
now. It's everyone that watches and turns around and has a podcast about wrestling is just, this is becoming a chore to watch SmackDown, Raw, and hell, even NXT now.
My sisters are like, we haven't watched SmackDown in a while, and I go, yeah, because
I got
nothing
stuff
happens.
to do. Nothing
happens.
For Raw this week, it was good. The first 40 minutes, and then afterward, they're setting up for women's war games. Like, oh boy, here comes Lash Legend.
No,
Can't
that
wait.
was cool, to be honest.
No, it
That was
wasn't.
pretty cool.
Naomi was the best, or excuse me, Nia Jax was the best part, and it wasn't
That's
even a
true.
good ending. It was garbage. Who cares? We don't want to see this.
Yeah.
So there you go, Toronto cooked. You're not going to get any more wrestling in your area. Congratulations. Maybe you'll have to move. I don't know if you want to go see it.
And then, hey, you want to tell me that they're not trying to monopolize in territory certain spots? They just kicked AEW out of one of their most famous venues that they've gone to.
Yep, AEW or WWE going to the United Center, officially confirmed 2026 again. Can't wait to watch the Chamber with Benoit and Hulk Hogan for $1,000 up in the nosebleeds. It's as simple as that. I don't know how
Also
anyone
just
gets.
assures that AEW can't go to the United Center, which they've gone to so many times.
I've done it only a couple times.
I know, but that is a spot that they've gone to, and
Yeah.
it's kind of been like the WWE goes to Allstate, AEW goes to Now, or the
Wintrust
UC.
also,
And-
but
and
yeah, the
Wintrust.
UC has been in there
So-
as well.
So it's like you're kind of kicking them out of there now.
Yeah. The big, I mean, that wasn't really brought up on the internet as well, but people are more or less worried about, the last time it was actually there. They're saying, it's been over 30 years. That's not true. They've had house shows there before, which I think somewhere, again, just getting all, I can't believe you would misrepresent. They've been there the past 10 years. Like, well, again, I think they were just saying a live show hasn't happened there since, 1980 or 1990. So, again, that doesn't really get my panties in a bunch. The fact that just that there's going to be garbage wrestling there, it gets me all hot and bothered. So, yeah, that's the problem there. Again, I can't justify that's the go-to every time. It's just like, oh boy, can't wait for 3 or 4 matches, and it's going to be.
Especially
I'm going to
Elimination
take out a
Chamber.
loan to go to the show.
Especially Elimination Chamber. I think they only did 4 matches at
Yeah,
the
they'll
Elimination
do an
Chamber
opening
last.
chamber. They'll have 2 matches in between. Most likely, one of them will be a World Heavyweight Championship that doesn't change hands, and then the other Elimination Chamber. There you go. Yeah.
Actually, I heard they might go back to the old Elimination Chamber this year. It gets defended in the chamber.
Oh, okay.
Because it's in Chicago, Punk's currently the title holder. Probably gonna hold
That
it for a
probably
while,
will make the sense.
unless they want to throw it on Braun Breaker, which I don't think
and
they want to right now.
That's my thing. I think Braun, if this CM Punk reign ends in Braun Breaker winning at WrestleMania, that should probably be there you go. Thumb up. That's basically the route. That's how it should be.
And I think it would be cool if you put CM Punk in Chicago, in the chamber, like how they used to do it, where they defend it in the chamber.
Do you make him go number 1 and go, and you make him like almost a gauntlet type deal?
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, how did they used to do it? Do you remember?
They would, if it was a heel, if there was a heel champion, they wouldn't come out until the very end. If it was a fighting champion, like John Cena, they would be out front. But then there was that one where John Cena lost it, so that was the big thing. So, yeah, I kind of if it's a face world champion, they'll go, from beginning to end in the chamber. If it's a heel, like, oh my God, I can't believe it, he's gonna come out last. Probably as simple as that. Well, there you go. Any other?
I got one for
Any other
you.
notes for WWE? Go for it.
So they're starting to throw out, the insiders are starting to throw out WrestleMania matches that they're thinking about.
Okay.
They're thinking of 2 for Vaquer. Vaquer versus Becky, So would Becky have to lose the title before that, probably, or would you do title versus title, or have Stephanie lose it before then? But I think she should. I think at this point, maybe
I think
walk
Becky's
her in
probably
there.
losing the title before Mania.
And then they're thinking of doing Rhea versus Vaquer. Those are the two out there right now.
I don't think you can go wrong either which way.
I don't think either of them are the wrong move. The one everyone wants is probably Rhea. But the
Yeah.
Becky match is not that far of a step down.
No, because Becky. I mean, let's face it. Becky's basically. I think her best work might be behind her. I think she can still get to.
Ooh, that's hot.
She can still bring out vintage Becky Lynch, but I think that strive for having a 5-star match every single time has probably left the station for her.
Well, that's left the station for WWE, so I don't think that's more of a tell on her.
Yeah, but again, like I said, you could still see it like a twinkle in their eye that they still want to have a 5-star match in some cases, but I think that's kind of slowly dwindled away for her.
I guess.
So I'm not faulting her for it. I'm just saying I think that want for to steal the show kind of has gone away. But I don't know. Prove me wrong. Yeah, that's about it on my end. I don't really think I have anything else.
All good.
LOL TNA.
Do you want to just roll in the best of the week?
Yeah, might as well. Best of the week to wrap up today's show, today's episode. Pretty solid. We don't have a Skies roll today?
No, because it was going to be the thing from last week, but then the video got posted. So unless you said my example of it.
No, we did.
If you could take a wrestler 10 years back.
Yeah, we did that.
So would you? I know he went AJ.
I went with a couple. I went with Nakamura. I had.
Whoa.
Who else? I had Jay Lethal on mine as well. Okay. I said Abyss and then Trish Stratus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's a name I'm surprised you didn't say, and I didn't put it on there because I thought you were going to say it.
Sure, shoot.
Bryan Danielson.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Give 10 years back to Bryan Danielson and have him go against the current crop of AEW product. Come on.
Yeah, I try to look at it through different lenses. That would be my selfish one for sure. If I just wanted one person to go back, like, okay, let's just have some dream matches with me. But I was kind of like,
that's what I wanted you to do.
I did that a little bit here and there.
Because I did that with mine.
I did that with Nakamura for sure. I said all that. Give me him and Takeshita. Give me him and Okada again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I did Seth because obviously, putting him up against some of the guys that are way faster and can hit some more high spots now. Like, those would be pretty good matches. Yeah. The one main one I said I'd fix Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Bring him back because, you'd make him a multi-time maybe world champion at this point. If you brought him back 10 years, you could restart that and the current crop of WWE. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was, again, my other one, like I said, with Abyss being that one was bring back Abyss, but you can put him in WWE now where, you get the modern day monsters again. Let's have him go up against Omos and actually have Omos look good and big and ginormous. Have him go up against Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
And have that, athletic genetic freak versus just giant monster freak.
Bronson Reed match, too. You could do that.
He can go up against the Bronze.
Oh, I got one more thing for WWE.
Oh, yeah, shoot.
Braun Strowman's show. Have you seen this?
Yeah,
it
got more viewers than AEW and NXT.
It got more viewers than AEW and NXT.
By total number and in the key demo, too. It just eats.
Can I be honest? I watched it. It's kind of entertaining. I don't like.
Is it like man versus food? Does he go? No,
he just orders everything on the menu and tries everything at these local spots when he would travel.
Yeah,
dude.
He's not eating raw meat, but yeah.
He's really funny during it. I'm not gonna lie. It's a weird watch because it's it's just him eating food, but he's actually kind of funny during it.
I think I'm afraid to like it.
I was too.
I think I'm afraid.
I'm not gonna tune into every episode. I said, I'm gonna tune into one and just see what it's like. And then I also get the clips. he's really funny.
I think the troll in me probably doesn't want to like it, but again, if I do end up sitting down and watching it, I probably end up would watch it. Like it.
He's pretty funny.
And knowing me, I don't mind
Because
stuff like
it's
that.
also this, what is he, 6 or
Like
6'8"?
6'8",
Yeah,
he's
like 6'8", 300-pound guy interacting with just regular everyday people. It's kind of it's very funny.
Going to these little mom and pop shops. Like, here comes grandma that's been making this this broth for the last 90 years, and she's 4'3", and then here comes 6'8" Braun Strowman. That's actually a pretty funny optic. I like that.
The one that I thought was funny is he went to this place and they only served 2 drinks to each person because apparently it's really strong. And he's like, I'm 300 pounds. I think I can have more.
Yeah, I think so. That's pretty good. Well, shout out to him. Shout out Braun Strowman. Is that your best of the week for Braun?
Yeah.
There you go.
No,
Give it the best
I'm
of the
not. I am just gonna give it to Cena.
Okay.
I know you said that it doesn't really matter, but like, I think when he announced his retirement, the one thing everyone wanted was he needs to win the IC title at some point to get that Grand Slam, and I think that
Hey, I'm still recording.
And I think that is a big deal. And also that shirt that came out, I'm actually gonna buy that one.
There we
I
go.
think it looks awesome.
Sounds good. Best of the week, I'm gonna go with CMLL. I'm gonna go with CMLL because if you saw my notes for sure. But if you saw down below on the social medias, for the person that purchases the 1 millionth ticket to the Arena Mexico shows, because they've been doing fantastic this year. They've had the Arena Mexico shows with AEW. We've had a couple there for, I believe AAA had some events there as well. So for Arena Mexico, whoever purchases the 1 millionth ticket is going to go home with a 1 millionth ticket sold belt. They're going to get a belt.
Nick, what if you get it, and then that becomes the best of the week belt?
Would it surprise you if I didn't already look at some tickets to just kind of blindly buy, I was going to kind of blindly buy like 10 tickets just to see. Just
Hey, reselling, dude. Go ahead.
I mean, kind of like, just kind of like throw my hat into just some sort of sweepstakes.
Hilarious, man.
To start randomly buying
Is
tickets.
that millionth ticket just at that arena?
Yeah.
Really?
So I believe they'll have a million people at that arena throughout the entire year. So that was the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So like every show, obviously they can sell out about 30K.
Oh yeah, because they probably go there
Yeah.
a bunch too.
Exactly. So they're there for a bunch of shows, and they're just slowly accumulating that this will be the 1 millionth ticket sold here at Arena Mexico. So that's going to be whoever buys it, purchases it for whatever show, getting the 1 millionth ticket, you're going home with a belt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
Exactly.
I love that.
Got anything over there with Frankie for your best of the week?
For me, as soon as I walked in, we were talking about it, the spot of John Moxley stapling OC
There we go.
to his pocket. I think that was a great moment. That was probably the best of the week. That was a great spot, dude.
Oh, yeah.
One
That
of the
was
best
fantastic.
spots. 100%. Yeah. That would be my best of the week.
Also, quick shout out to anyone that maybe went to the AEW night at Chicago Wolves. Went ahead and met Ricochet. I didn't. My brother and my dad did. They didn't take a picture, but I wanted my dad to take off his hat and do like, "Hey, bald."
What if they took, instead of like going like this to take a picture, they went like this to each other and just put their hand on their head?
Exactly. That would have definitely been the go-to. But you got this little AEW championship koozie, and the Wolves won that night. So there you go. Shout out to them.
No, you need to show off that koozie. That koozie's
I know, it's awesome. And you just, like I said,
It's
wrap
like
it around.
It's like the slap wrist thing.
Yeah, it is definitely like that. Yeah, that's what I did initially when I got it. My dad tossed it. Yeah, I just went like that right away. Oh yeah, those are fun. And inside there's just a little piece of ruler or something like that. Oh yeah. So there you go, folks. Best of the week, best of everything. WWE, AEW wrapped up. We're gonna be talking, previewing Full Gear next week, and everything else in between. Oh yeah. Thank you, Scotty, for hanging out right here. Thank you, everyone back there. Frankie on the ones and twos. Andrew in there helping out as well. Oh, yeah. Fantastic show today, folks. Like I said, we'll be back same time. Not the same time. Similar time. Around roughly this time.
We've been switching up. Just no Fridays. No Fridays.
Fridays we're here. Will Double D be here? Maybe. We'll see. Get well soon there, Bubba. You don't want to... That flu bug is a son of a gun. So... Get well. Till then, take cares. We love yous. We'll see yous. See ya. Bad Karma Wrestling. We out.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.